Is it working? I think it's working. So let me double check. Okay, yes. Maybe need to turn the sound off my phone. Woo! Well, I was worried that this was going to go wrong because I've not done one of these for a long time. But yeah, no, hello to everyone that is popping up in the chat. Hello, all of you that are popping up. Oh, God, quite a few popping up now. Yeah, I've not done one of these in a very long time. I can't actually remember the last time I did one of these. But I just thought, not. Also, I couldn't be bothered editing. So may as well just sit and talk to you guys about all sorts of stuff, whatever it is that you guys want to talk about. A lot of you guys saying hello to everyone that is popping up. What made you watch Doctor Who? I was forced at gunpoint. I had no choice, and I had to sit there and enjoy all of it. The truth is, not that. It's just my parents liked it, and then I started watching it with them, and then the rest is history, and I made this crappy channel. So, sorry about that. Hello to more people that are popping up. What's going on? It's a live stream. That's what's going on. What a wonderful butler. He's so violent. Love that. One of my favourite Tom Baker quotes ever. Hey, Alex, when are you going to talk about Attack on Titan? Didn't you say you were going to do a video about it? Yes, you are correct, and thank you for pointing that out. Now, the reason why there was a delay, or there is a delay, on the Attack on Titan video is because I wanted to get somebody on with me, because I've not watched it all yet. I've seen enough, but my girlfriend is a big fan of it, and she's reading the manga as well, so I wanted to get more of like an expert on it just to fully get it across. So that's why it's taking so long, because trying to organize stuff with Becky and whatnot, but it'll get done in the next few weeks, I'm sure. Going to LFCC this year? Probably not, unfortunately. I don't think I'm going to get chance like money as well, because I mean, actually, whilst we're on LFCC, fucking Hayden Christensen's price. I mean, I wasn't going to meet him anyway, but what is it, like 145 quid for an autograph or a picture or something like that? He was Anakin, and he's in Jumper. He was also in a very good film called Takers as well, actually. But what a rip-off that is. However, speaking of conventions, this year I'm going to VWARP again. Now, if you follow me on Patreon and you watch my latest review, I did already say this. However, I can say it now. Yes, I'm going to be going to VWARP 2 this year in Manchester. I believe the venue is called the Union that it's at. I'm not entirely sure on that. All the information's on the website. But yes, I will be attending that this year, which I'm really looking forward to. So hopefully I get to see some of you guys there as well. And the chat goes mental. Do a top 10 Fourth Doctor stories. Yeah, at some point. Definitely at some point. I'll do all of the Doctors. Probably not in order, but I'll go through them all, you know. Best YouTuber. Thank you. If you mean me. If not, but all jokes aside, thank you. Have you watched Superman the animated series? I know Batman the animated series is great, but I feel like it's underrated. I have, but I haven't seen it for a long, long time. Same with Batman, actually. I've not seen that one for a long, long time, but I remember enjoying it. I always preferred the Justice League one, though. What's your favourite Doctor Who episode? The Hand of Fear. It's not the best one, but I have done a video explaining in full why the Hand of Fear is my favourite. It's basically, it's nostalgia, really. What do you think of K9 and Company? Fucking shit. There you go. What's good, Wingy? Oh, lots of things. Lots of things are good. But in terms of with me at the minute, also lots of things. It's fucking hot, though. So if I randomly just strip off my hoodie at any point during this live stream, it's not one of those webcam shows. It's just that I'm properly hot. Hello, I follow you on Twitter and Facebook. Thank you. Facebook, I will say, was literally there just as an emergency because I couldn't upload my end of time review on YouTube because it got copyrighted multiple times. So there's probably nothing else that's going to go on the Facebook page, but Twitter I'll post every now and again. What happened to the podcast? 'Twas great. I know. I have been doing more podcasts, though, recently. I did one with Ace Creeper, I did one with Tharies, and I did another one, which was a Manchester United... Well, it wasn't a Manchester United podcast. We were talking about Manchester United, and that'll be up soon. When that's out, I have to do something with that, actually. I've only just remembered. But yeah, when that's out, I'll link you to that as well. But in terms of my podcast, basically what happened was I used to do it with Dan, But then Dan moved and got a different job, and then I was more busy and all sorts of stuff. And I didn't just want to do it by myself. And in terms of getting other people on it, it was really hard organizing with various different people, particularly people who are free one day, but I'm not, and the opposite, or time zones because they're in a different country. So I'm still trying to figure it out. It's definitely going to be back at some point. I just don't know when, but I hope to do it soon. Listen to Guns N' Roses or I Will Kill You. Do you mean right now? Because I mean, I do listen occasionally to Guns N' Roses. Is that all right? Will that do? Do I live? Do you like the Terminator films? Yes, I do. The first three, I really like. I know the third one gets a bit of shit, but I still think it's a good one. Probably because of the ending. Yeah, it's probably because of the ending. But after that, I don't care. I don't like any of the Terminator films after that. I mean, obviously, there's a new one coming out. Might be good, might not be. Who's to say? But yeah, I'm watching this in Area 51. What is it, right? People are dumb, right, with this Area 51 stuff. People are so fucking dumb. It is a government site, right? If you post that you're going there, if they've got all this weird and cool and awesome alien shit, they're going to hide it, right? If you warn people in advance, it's like if you go around to your mate's house or, you know, whoever's house and you're just like, oh, I'm going to pop round in an hour, they'll tidy up. If you just drop in, boom, all the shit's lying about. Needs to be a bit more, you know, sneaky about it. Don't just post it on Facebook and Twitter. But if you are, awesome. Anyway, oh god, it keeps jumping. Oh god, there are so many questions that have skipped by. I tried to answer all of these. So, what's this about a new Cyberman story? Literally ripping off a Big Finish story. Yeah, I have heard bits and pieces about that. I'm not too bothered though, because Rise of the Cybermen Age of Steel is influenced by Spare Parts, and the audio does sometimes influence the TV show every now and again. So I'm not bothered by it really. Did you buy the classic season 10 Blu-ray box set? Nah, I haven't. See, they're really expensive, and if I want to get all of them, then it's just a nightmare. And not only that, I've got a lot of them on DVD anyway. So unless it's a season that I really love, then I'm probably not going to get it. I mean, I do love season 10, but like I say, I've got all the DVDs. I don't really see what the difference is, really. Wait, you watch anime? Yeah, of course I do. Obviously, I mentioned Attack on Titan at the start of this. Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, Digimon, grew up with them. Awesome. Apart from that, not really. Oh, no, I used to watch One Piece as well. That was really good. Are you going to go to Area 51? No, because like I say, don't plan ahead. The government are going to hide shit. Would you want a return / spin-off of Life on Mars or Ashes to Ashes? It'd be nice, but I like the way that the story ended. So probably not. Some things are... You should end things on a high. And I think Ashes to Ashes and Life on Mars both ended on a high. So One Punch Man, great anime. That's next on my list. Hello, Wingy. Hello. Favorite Blake 7 episode? Either the last one or Rumors of Death. Or, oh, what's it called now? Orbit. The one where it's Villa and Avon alone. That's a great one. Do you like grapes? Red ones. Yeah. Not the green ones. I don't like green ones. 145 for both for Hayden Christensen. See, fucking rip off. Have you ever watched any wrestling, and what's your opinion on it? No, I don't care for wrestling. To be honest, it's never been something that's interested me. Hi, hello. Do you think that Doctor Who stories from the 60s is all going on DVD animation? I reckon they are going to do a lot more animations. And it's weird. I was saying this the other day to someone. When it comes to these Blu-ray box sets that was mentioned before, what are they going to do when it gets to the 60s stuff? I reckon part of it is that I think it was on Ace Creepers podcast, actually. If you haven't seen that already, that came out the other day, yesterday, I think. So go and check that out. But yeah, so when it comes to these animations, are they being made so they can go on these Blu-ray box sets? Or I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what they do with them, because I would quite like a Patrick Troughton box set. In fact, actually, I'd like the first season on the Blu-ray. That would be quite cool. Right. Opinions on BBC's Wrongmans. Never seen it. Never seen it. So I can't really tell you. I'm sure it's amazing. Or if it's not, I'm sure it's shit. That's all I can tell you. Thoughts on the latest Doctor Who news? Not been keeping up. I know Jaduna back, rumours of Cybermen. It is what it is. I'm getting 3 pre-order autographs from the event. Matthew Lillard from one of my all-time favourite films, Scream, Eccleston, and Robert Patrick from The Terminator. Awesome. Now, Matthew Lillard, I'd probably only meet him just because of Shaggy. I used to love those movies as a kid with him in it. And obviously he's the voice now in the cartoons. I don't know if many people knew that, but Eccleston as well. And, well, both, they're all great, to be honest, so I envy you. What are your favourite video games, all genres? I mean, I play FIFA. Not very well, but I play FIFA. The GTA games are great. You did say video games. I was going to say Yu-Gi-Oh then. I mean, the Pokemon games, actually. All sorts, really. I mean, superhero games. I'm looking forward to that new Avengers game. I know a lot of people are kind of a bit like, who the fuck are these guys? But it looks all right to me. What are your thoughts on Shazam? I've still not seen it. I know, I'm hopeless. I need to catch up on so many films and TV shows. I don't know. I just don't know how I haven't seen them all already, but we'll get there eventually. Ace Creeper, put some eyes in there. George, you're all right, mate. Would you like to see an 8th Doctor spin-off to be real, possibly on Netflix? Yeah, of course. But it's something that I don't think that you can do whilst normal Doctor Who is on the air, if that makes sense. It's got to be something that happens during a break or a hiatus. You know, say if after series 12 there isn't going to be, say after series 12, rewind, there isn't going to be another series for a few years, then do that one. Otherwise, it's a bit disrespectful to whoever is the current Doctor, in my opinion, anyway. What is the worst Doctor Who DVD that you own? Right. Not because of the story, but if we're talking purely from the DVD, I'm going to say The Web of Fear. Only reason being is because it is literally just the story and no special features whatever. Oh, my computer's just going mad. Yeah, so purely because there's no special features or commentaries or anything like that. I think there's like a trailer on it, but that's about it. Yeah, the story's great. Part 3 annoys me because it's telesnaps, but still, yeah, probably that one, because I like to go through all the other stuff once I finish watching the story, because I'm that much of a loser. This is why I don't watch stuff, because I'm too busy watching all the commentaries and the documentaries and the photo galleries and the bloody audio-only versions of Doctor Who stories. That's why. Right. Hey, Alex, I finished my run of watching the 3rd Doctor stories. Now I'm on to season 13. I've seen all of season 12 already. Okay. What do you think are the best from season 13? Well, season 13 is my favorite Doctor Who story. I think every single one of the stories is great. No, Planet of Evil's only good. And I think The Brain of Morbius is a bit overrated. However, none of them are bad. They're all great. My personal favorites from that season, Seeds of Doom, Android Invasion. I know Pyramids is great, Terror of the Zygons is great, but those are my 2 preferred ones, I think. What do you think of Maguire coming to United? Oh, we need a fucking centre-back. But, I mean, the price is ridiculous. I can't see Maguire being a Van Dijk in the sense that I can't see him transforming our defence the same way that Van Dijk transformed Liverpool. So, I don't know. But, we need a centre-back. He's a very good one, and it's not my money. So, fucking get Slabhead. Get on it, Woodward. Get on it. He won't. He's terrible. What's your second least favourite Doctor Who episode? For some reason, I thought of a Hot Fuzz reference there. Like, what's the second most painful? Second least favourite? I don't know. My computer's going mad, so if you guys are hearing beeping in the background, I do apologise. I don't know. I don't know about that one. My second least favourite. That is a tough one because there's so many that are bad. I can't really rank them off the top of my head. Hellbent's the worst, easy. But then after that, I don't know because I'm thinking, oh, what about this one? What about this one? What about this one? Time Lash, Time in the Rani, Arachnids in the UK. I don't know. One of them, maybe. Who next? I'm assuming you mean United transfers. I'd love Bruno Fernandes. Ndidi, Ruben Neves, they'd be good. We need midfield replacements desperately. Apart from that, I can't think of anyone. I think we'll be okay with that. That'll be a decent window. Have you read Teen Titans, The Judas Contract? I recently read it and quite enjoyed it. That's actually one on my list, funnily enough, for the comic book review series. So I'll probably get at some point. Wingy, hello. Thoughts on Maguire? Decent centre-back, was just talking about him then. What seasons would you want next for the Blu-ray range, and which season would you want to never be released on Blu-ray? Season 24, fuck that season. I don't want that one because it's god-awful. In terms of what one next, I mean, I think I said it before, a Patrick Troughton one or season 1. Those would be good for me. To be fair, LFCC have stepped up their game by getting the likes of Martin Sheen, Charlie Sheen, Zachary Quinto, Carrie-Anne Moss, and Tom Ellis, amongst others. Yeah, it is a decent lineup this year, I must admit. I am annoyed that I'm not going, but it is what it is. Thoughts on Doctor Who channels leaving lately? Oh, yeah, because I remember seeing... who was it now? It's the Who Addicts, wasn't it? Yeah, they were saying about how they were going to step away, and a few others have as well. I mean, it's up to them. It's their decision, whoever it is. Fucking hell, there are so many questions. Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with the chat. Yeah, no, it's up to them. I think it was always going to happen because a lot of the channels have been around for a long, long time. Like, a lot of these channels have been around years before I even thought about starting. So it's understandable that people are a bit like, I'm just talking about the same stuff over and over again. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. Don't worry. I feel like I've jinxed it now. Tomorrow, channel's dead. Nah. But like I say, it's up to them, whatever they want to do. Thoughts on Enemy of the World? Very good story. I really like that one. I love Patrick Troughton in that one. I'm a lecturer at a university. Your reviews are so focused, so natural, and so heartfelt. I play them to my students to show the positive side of contemporary fandom. Media today could learn a lot. That is awesome. I hope that's true, because sometimes people troll me and say nice things, but they don't mean it. That's actually amazing, and also kind of embarrassing, because I'm like, Christ, which videos did you play? I hope it was a good one, at least, because there's some videos where I'm just like, I'll be honest with you. There's some videos where I'm like, it'll do. I just need a video up. So hopefully it's not one of them. And it's one of the ones that I've actually sat down and just been like, yes, I'm putting effort into this one, which is the majority of them. But there are a couple where I am phoning it in. You probably know. Anyway, do you think there is a chance Disney will ever release the unaltered Star Wars trilogy on Blu-ray? I don't know. I'd love it if they did, but I can't see them doing it, because I think they're too focused on the new stuff. Obviously, you've got... What's it called now? The new one. Summit Skywalker. The Last Skywalker, or whatever it's called. I know that's probably wrong, but yeah. So they'll probably be focusing on doing that stuff, so I don't think they'll be focusing on the originals. Is your cardboard cut out of Tom doing okay? I worry that he's getting dusty. I think he's just... I think it's just the lighting. He's not dusty. I give him a good scrub and wipe down every now and again to make sure he's okay. I don't feed him. He don't pay rent, so fuck him. So yeah, and he creeps me out at night sometimes. I'll wake up in the middle of the night and I'll just see him grinning over me. It's weird. Now I know how my girlfriend feels when I do it to her. Communism or capitalism? Well, out the two, I'm going to go with capitalism, because communism is... Well, I'm not getting into this, right? Pooh or Tigger? Tigger's ginger. I'm going with him. I'm repping Tigger on that one. I agree on Terminator 3 ending. Salvation was just dreadful. Like term formers. Terms formers? Okay. What are your thoughts on Stranger Things? Not actually seen it. I need to watch it. Again, another thing that I need to watch. I'm pretty sure I'll enjoy it. So if I get round to it, then I'll probably let you know and do a why you should watch on it. Thoughts on the Pokemon controversy? There's a Pokemon controversy. I did not know of this. My opinion right now is I don't know what it is. So there you go. Do you watch Peaky Blinders? No. Another one that I don't watch. And what monster or villain would you like to see to return that has not returned to New Who? The Sea Devils. I love the Sea Devils. They'd be pretty cool. Actually, I mentioned the Web of Fear before, and I watched it recently again. And the Yeti, I really like. I'd love to see an updated version of them. I was kind of disappointed because we have had the Great Intelligence back, but not the Yeti. Bizarre. Don't know why they did that. Have you heard of the Norwegian 1975 stop motion movie? I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Pinchcliffe in English. No, I haven't. Again, another thing that I haven't watched. Yay. Where does Jodie Whittaker fit into your various Doctor Who rankings? It depends what I'm ranking. So if I'm talking about the best Doctor, she's probably near the bottom. Nah, she's bottom, right? I just haven't connected with that Doctor yet. In terms of series 11 isn't bottom for me. I'd say Series 9 is worse, purely because with Series 11, it's very much that. It's that quality all the way through. Whereas with Series 9, you can see the potential and you can see where it's going to go, but it just fucks it up at every opportunity. Apart from Heaven Sent, although it does lead into Hellbent, and the Lake Story. That's phenomenal. And the Lake Story by itself is far better, as is Heaven Sent, is far better than anything in Series 11. But it's just that inconsistency and seeing what they were trying to do, but they just ruin it at the last minute. But like I say, it all depends. Seen Far From Home? Nope, not yet, but I've seen a shit ton of spoilers because fuck the internet. Happened with Endgame, happened with all sorts of movies for me. I'm sick of it. I need to just get off the internet at some point. I don't even go looking for it. It just finds me. That's the annoying thing. I'm a magnet for spoilers. Don't spoil it in the chat either, because fucking... right. Which episode of Doctor Who do you hate the most? Probably Hellbent. What about Berserk anime? Heard of that? I want to see that. Are you going to do a review on Endgame? Yes, but not yet. I did say a while ago, and the first one will probably be out at some point this week. I'm going to do an MCU review. So every movie thus far in release order, so from Iron Man all the way up to, at this point, Far From Home, I'm going to be talking about them and doing reviews of them. So Endgame I'll get to at some point. In terms of in the near future, no, but I mean, I don't know how quick I'm going to do these reviews, so we'll have to just see. What do you think / thought about Filthy Frank? He should wash? Probably. Who's Filthy Frank? Am I missing something? Is it Frank Lampard? Is it what? I don't know. DC Comics tips. How do you mean? I don't really know what you mean by that. As in, like, which ones to read? I'm going to take it as that. Because in terms of writing them, I couldn't do it. But in terms of, like, ones to read or get into, fair few. I mean, just pick a character that you like the sound of and just read some of their stories. I mean, there's plenty of Batman stuff, Flash stuff, Green Lantern, Wonder Woman, Superman, all sorts. So, yeah, if that's what you meant, I do apologize if I misunderstood your question there. Good luck trying to get the season 12 Blu-ray. It now goes for 150 to 500 and over. Yeah, I think I mentioned this on, was it Ace Creepers or was it Harry's podcast? It was one of them anyway, and we were talking about the Blu-rays, and yeah, it is ridiculous. I'm fuming that that's happened because, like you say here, they were short print. I do know somebody who has the season 12 one, so I might rob them when I next see them. Don't tell them though. But yeah, it is ridiculous, and I hate that. They should definitely like make more of them. Favorite Batman comic? Oh, that is a tough one. That is a tough one. I mean, I read Court of Owls recently. That's really good. Killing Joke is amazing. Long Halloween, that's good. Ooh, Death in the Family is good. I don't know. There's so many Batman stories. Oh no, one's just popped into my head and now it's just gone instantly like that, and I can't think of which one it was. It's like a proper famous one as well, and I can't think of which one it is. I don't know, but there's a few. I have yet to watch Blake Seven. Get on it, says the guy who never fucking watches anything. But you should watch Blake Seven. The full thing is on YouTube for free. Don't tell the BBC, but it is all there, so it's not like it's hard to watch or get to. That's how I watched it the first time. Now I've got all the DVDs. In fact, they're looking at me right there. But yeah, it's definitely worth a watch. Do you watch the James Bond films? No, I don't. However, I'm assuming that somebody's going to ask about the latest news in the Bond series, and I'll get to that if somebody asks about it. What do you think about the Jadoon being in Series 12? I don't care. I mean, Doctor Who always brings back villains every now and again. Well, they're not even villains, are they? They're just aliens. They're kind of like the Ood. They're sort of villainous, but they're sort of not. Yeah, it is what it is. It's fine. Voice crack, we'll just ignore it. What do you think of a spin-off show of the Dalek Wars, like exploring the Skaro War or the Dalek Civil War from Remembrance or the Time War? That'd be quite a cool series, actually, like the Politalics or something like that. I'm taking my hoodie off because it's too fucking warm. If I've got sweat patches, I do apologize. But no, that'd be cool. I think that'd be something for Big Finish to do, though, more than the actual show or like a live action thing. How long will this be up for after the stream ends? Because Love Island is on. Just fucking watch the stream. Don't waste your time with Love Island. I cannot believe there are grown people out there that sit and watch that shit. Jesus. I mean, then again, people can say that about any show. And at the end of the day, it is personal preference. So I'm not going to have a go at you again because I just did. But you do you. But to be fair, there's ITV +1. So you're all right. Don't worry about it. Hi, Wingy. I'm late. It's fine. It goes on for like an hour anyway. Did you see the cricket yesterday? Magic. I didn't watch all of it, but I did see bits and pieces. And then when it got to the Super Over, I watched that. I've never watched cricket properly in my life before, but I'm going to start now because that was fucking epic. So, yeah, it's come home in the wrong sport, but it's come home. Yes. You mentioned you don't like Lord of the Rings. Have you changed your opinion on that because it's the best movie ever? No. They're just too long. I understand why people like them, but it's not my type of thing. I'm not into like the medieval dragons and dwarves and swords and all that sort of stuff. I've never been into it, but I'm sure they're great for other people. Nice shout out, Wingy. Appreciate it. No worries, mate. Just saying, love Rumors of Death. Oh, yes, the Blake 7 episode. Thoughts on season 11 Classic Who, Time Warrior to Planet of the Spiders? It's good. I definitely prefer Sarah Jane with Tom, but there's some great stories in there. The two that you just said there, Time Warrior, Planet of Spiders, they're really good. I really like Death to the Daleks as well, and that's probably my favorite Dalek design as well. So yeah, it's a great little series. Are there any Who YouTubers you'd like to collaborate with? Loads. Loads of them. Batman March, Stu Bagfull, Council of Geeks. Yeah, literally anyone, really. Anyone. Even the more controversial people. I'd even do a video with Bolstrek, to be honest, just to talk and just see where people are at. Because I know that I have my negative opinion on Series 11 and this current iteration of Doctor Who, but he's proper like hates it. So I'd love to sort of find a balance there type thing. So yeah, anyone really. I was going to say Who Addicts is then, but they've gone. So do you think they should remake Missing First Doctor stories with David Bradley? No. Personally, no. I don't like when they recast an older Doctor. Animations are, for me, I really enjoy the animations. And especially when with an animation you can do absolutely anything, as opposed to like a TV show where you can only go so far because of the budget. Obviously, it's going to be better now, but I think animation is the way to go, personally. What's your opinion on the Arkham franchise, and if which one is your favorite? I really like the Arkham franchise. I think my personal favorite would be Arkham City. That's the one that I remember playing the most, so I'll go with that one. what are your thoughts on the black woman from Captain Marvel? I forgot her name, but it's the one who is friends with Carol, reportedly being cast as 007. I didn't really like Captain Marvel. I mean, the Nick Fury thing alone is something that gets me. But it was just a dull movie, and I can't really remember that character. And I knew somebody was going to ask this. Because it's a new character, yes, she has the same code name, but because it's a new character, I don't care. I'm not a fan of the Bond franchise anyway, but to me, the argument of she can't be 007, but I mean, it's not James Bond. It's like being annoyed that Barry Allen isn't always the Flash. Do you know what I mean? Like, you have Wally West, and he's great, and you have Jay Garrick, and he's great, and like with Green Lantern, you've got Hal Jordan, and you've got John Stewart, and you've got Kyle Rayner. Like, there's multiple different versions, so it is just a code name. It is just a mantle. If she was playing actual James Bond, then I'd be a bit like, that's not going to work, because the character fundamentally of James Bond is male. And if you try and subvert it or flip it to be clever or whatever, I can't see that working. But because it's a different character, it's totally fine by me. Would you rather work for Torchwood, Unit, or both? It depends. Is it Torchwood with Captain Jack, or is it Torchwood with Yvonne Hartman? Is it Unit with the Brigadier or Kate Stewart? If it's Unit with the Brigadier back in the 70s with like Benton and Yates and Joe and the Third Doctor, I'm going back there every single time. Every single time. Love it. What are we talking about here? Doctor Who? Pretty much anything. Pretty much anything. I'm wishing you. Good, because it's a live stream, so I hope you would be. Is it a genetic disease that I'm absolutely abysmal at every video game ever made? No, I think quite a few people are pretty terrible when it comes to certain video games. I know I'm not great at all of them. It's all about practice. And it depends as well, because some video games I think are way too hard. Like Fortnite and games like that, where it's just open world shooting, and by the time you play it, everybody's a fucking expert and knows everything, about the game and how to play it and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, I'm just dying instantly. This is no fun for me. This is terrible. Fuck Fortnite. Fuck everything that is similar to Fortnite. Because I remember I played H1Z1 not too long ago, which is like another battle royale. That was fucking shit. Because I'm shit at it, basically. So if I don't like it, it's automatically terrible. Yeah, rant over. 10,000 were made of seasons 10, 18, and 19. Well, there you go. That's why more people have managed to get them. I've got 18. Have you ever watched Filthy Frank? No, I have not. Sorry. Again, another thing. Do you want to come to Area 51 with me? I don't like flying. But then again, if you have like spaceships and stuff, like if they have them there, just pick one up and come and get me. No, just teleport me. That'll work. Yeah, just teleport me. I'll come by that way. Think of Endgame. I know I'm a bit late to the Endgame hype, but I don't think I hear your thoughts on it. Well, I said before that I'll do a review of it eventually, but brief summary, I prefer Infinity War, but it's still a fucking mint film. Too many plot holes for me. Didn't like the rat. Again, kind of mentioned this on Ace Creepers podcast yesterday. I'm plugging his channel more than I'm plugging mine at the minute. But anyway, yeah, it's a very good film, and there's some genuinely heartbreaking moments, some genuinely just amazing superhero moments in general, moments that made me tear up because it just reminded me of my childhood. It's a brilliant film, but it's not perfect. I'm planning to meet Colin Baker, Nicola Bryant, McCoy again, Aldred, Peter Purvis, John Levine, John Leeson, and some other people at LFCC. Well, that sounds like a hell of a lineup to me. I've met quite a few of them, and I can tell you the ones that I have met out of them are bloody lovely. So I hope you have a good time there. Have you seen these films, and what are your opinions on them? Doctor Strange? Yeah, of course I've seen Doctor Strange. It's an MCU movie. They're the only ones I actually keep up with. Yeah, I really like Doctor Strange. Vertigo? No, I don't think so. North by Northwest? That rings a bell. I think I have seen that, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. Scream? Yeah, I have seen Scream. It's also a very, very good film. Do you have a favourite lamp yet? I love lamp. What do you think of Time Flight? It's probably my biggest guilty pleasure. Khalid is just amazing. Yeah, Khalid. Funnily enough, I was watching Arc of Infinity the other day. I think I tweeted about it, and Time Flight is in that same box set. It's not a great story, though, is it? I mean, Arc of Infinity was better than I thought it would be from remembering it from the first time. So maybe Time Flight is better than I'm giving it credit for. I'll have to rewatch that one, but it's not bad that you like it. You know, it's a guilty pleasure for a reason. I think a few people like stories that are accepted to be a bit because they like it. It doesn't. There you go. Would you agree they shouldn't put telesnaps on the Blu-ray sets? Absolutely, 100%. Fuck the telesnaps. I hate them. They're terrible. I understand what they're doing with them, and it's probably the best way that we can get Doctor Who stories, or at least when these DVDs started coming out, it was. However, animation's the way to go. Animation is just the way to go. The Invasion back in 2006, when that came out, brilliant. Obviously, the animation isn't exactly the same as the episode, but it's good enough. And then with the latest releases like Macra Terror and like Faceless Ones is coming out soon, yeah, just do stuff like that. Did you get your cam? No, it's a webcam. It is dodgy quality. I need to figure out a different way to do these live streams. I do want to make these a bit better because I do want to do them more regularly. What do you rate Doctor Who Underworld out of 10? Oh, that is a solid 1. That is not a good story. Probably Tom's joint worst with the Leisure Hive, in my opinion. Thoughts on the Demons? Overrated story, but still a good one. What if there was a series with 13 episodes, each episode focused on a different Doctor up until the 13th, with obviously people playing the actors who were the Doctors who are now dead or now too old? That's an interesting idea. Would it all be linked? Because that'd be quite cool. If it was like a totally linked story, but they're all separate, like I don't know, like an anthology series, but it's linked. I don't know. That could work. That's a great idea. Don't tell Chibnall though, because you'll fuck it up. What's your favourite series with Capaldi as the Doctor? It's not 9. I know that much. Better episodes in Series 8, but I think only the first half of Series 8 is good. Whereas with Series 10, it's fairly consistent, like I say. So, yeah, I'll go with 10 on that one. How would you run Doctor Who as showrunner? I'd make it a bit creepy. I'd make it interesting. I would cast a group of companions who would actually challenge the Doctor on things and not just agree with absolutely fucking everything that the Doctor said. I say cast. I'd just write the current ones better. I'd make it, yeah, I'd bring the horror factor back. That's something that I'd really like. And I'd involve more real world stuff. So Plague Doctors, why have they not been in Doctor Who yet? Something like the Bermuda Triangle or Bermuda Triangle. Bring that shit in. Bring conspiracy theories in. Make it something that the Doctors caused, and that's why it's a conspiracy theory. That's what I'd do. That'd be good. Favorite Dalek design? Said it before. The Death to the Daleks ones. Favorite episode of Ashes to Ashes? Ooh, that is a good question. The last one was good. In fact, a lot of the last series was great. I really like I think it's episode 6 of series 1, isn't it? Funnily enough. That's a really good one. Should I buy the Silurians or the Ambassadors of Death on DVD? Fuck it, go for both. I mean, with the Silurians, I think it's in a box set, the Beneath the Surface, so it's all the Sea Devil and Silurian stories. So you probably get more out of that. But Ambassadors of Death, I think, is very, very good. I don't see the point of Classic Who on Blu-ray since the classic series was shot on video in standard, so they are largely upscaled. I mean, I suppose it's just getting it in the best quality that you possibly can. I get what you're saying, but at the same time, you want to, you do want to be able to watch it in just good quality. And I suppose it's not just the episodes themselves, it's all the different special features with them as well. So having got one of these box sets, they are definitely worth it. But yeah, I know what you're saying there. What are your thoughts on Victoria Waterfield as a character and companion? I think she's highly underrated and her, Jamie and Troughton are one of my favourite TARDIS teams. I really don't like Victoria. I think she's just the generic damsel in distress will just scream at everything and ask the doctor what's going on. Like, I don't find her interesting, to be honest. I much prefer characters like Zoe, who are proactive and will go out and do their own thing and investigate and not necessarily question the doctor, but make the doctor question her, in the sense that he'll just be like, oh, I don't really know what's going on. And, doctor, I know. So I prefer that, personally. But, I mean, like who you like, I don't care. These are just jumping again. Fuck's sake. That one's sticking out, so I'm assuming that's a super chat or something. I'm currently watching all of Classic Who in chronological order. I'm currently on Tomb of the Cybermen and would love to know more of your opinions on the Hartnell era. Now, for me personally, I'm not a massive fan of the first Doctor. I know. God forbid. But what I will say is that he has got some very good stories. And he is a good Doctor. It's just I don't connect with him the same way that I do any of the others, really. And I think because it is the early 60s or mid 60s, sometimes the special effects are a bit too shit. I know that sounds mad, though, because there's stuff in the 80s that I think is worse than the 60s. But yeah, no, I like it overall. But I do think that it's not one of my favorite eras overall. I can't remember where I was. Okay. With the Glaziers at the wheel, it pretty much is our money paying for Slabhead, to be honest. Yeah, yeah, fair point. Props to you if you know and like Spider Island. That better not be a real fucking thing, 'cause I hate spiders. Stephen Moffat or Russell T Davies, favourite showrunner? Out of the two, I'll go with Russell, personally. Do you think Susan not returning in the Capaldi era was a huge missed opportunity? 100%. Definitely. That should have happened, especially when they teased it as well. Like, give the people what they want. But then again, it's Moffat. Favorite Dalek story? Probably going to have to say Genesis on that one. I know it's obvious, but forced to watch Love Island forever or Hellbent on loop? Hellbent at least has Peter Capaldi in it. Just saying. Just saying. I mean, I feel like brain cells would die either way, but I feel like less brain cells are going to die if I watch Hellbent. So I'll go with that. Thoughts on Robert Pattinson? Is that what they're calling him? That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah, I'm really happy with that casting, actually. It's one that I think a few years ago, like in the Twilight days, it would have been a bit like... But now, because he's done all these like dark independent films and whatnot, it's a decent shout, and I'm really excited to see what he does with it. Do you like Listen? Yes, I do like Listen. Up until the end. I think the end is a bit annoying because, again, it's Clara interfering with the Doctor's life. But other than that, it's an interesting one. I need to rewatch it, though. It's one that I've been meaning to rewatch for a while. Are you going to bother with the Red Dwarf Series 1 to 8 Blu-ray? Probably not, just because Series 1 to 8 are on Netflix. And I know the special features and stuff, but I'd just watch them on Netflix. That'd be fine. If there was any Doctor Who episode you could switch for a missing Doctor Who episode, what would it be? So do you mean like a current one? And swap it for one that's missing? So I mean, I'd swap Hellbent for Dalek Masterplan, because like 1 60-minute episode for a 12-parter, bargain. And it's Hellbent gone. Brilliant. Amazing. What design would you like to return for the Cybermen? Me personally, it would be the Moonbase or the Mondasian. I'm going to say Earthshock because they're my favourite. It's got to be them ones. What's your favourite music genre? Hip-hop. Love it. Although I like a fair amount of different stuff. But hip-hop would be my go-to one. Which job would you prefer to do? Football manager or Doctor Who showrunner? I'd be shit at both. But I suppose Doctor Who showrunner, because at least I know more about Doctor Who and the intricacies of Doctor Who and what I think makes it tick and makes it work, as opposed to figuring out formations and trying to make signings and whatnot. So yeah, Doctor Who showrunner. Have you been up the Eiffel Tower? Never been to Paris or France. So no. I've seen Blackpool Tower though. Does that count? Because that's pretty much the same. Have you written a Doctor Who story? I have. Will it ever see the light of day? Probably not. I know you didn't ask if it'll see the light of day, but yes. What's your second favorite Kylo Ren? Because it is Kylo Ren that's asking me this. Leave Rey alone. Anyway, what's your second favorite Cyberman story? Again with the hot fuzz. What's your second favorite? Second favorite Cyberman story. The Invasion. I don't even know why I had to think about that. It's The Invasion, without doubt. Turn left or midnight? Ooh. I would say turn left. So you stare at your girlfriend in the middle of the night. Yeah, but she don't know that. I don't really. And I think I have once, but that was just because like I was still awake and she was just snoozing her head off. Are you excited for Crisis? Oh, the Arrowverse thing. No. I mean, I've not watched any of the Arrowverse shows for like over a year now. So, yeah, I'm not caught up at all. Do you think they should do a multi-doctor game, but not on VR, but one like the adventure games or the Eternity Clock? Yeah, that'd be mint, actually. That'd be really cool. Saranga, Conundrum, or Time Lash? Fuck me. Bin them both. Wallace or Gromit? Oh, I love both equally. They both have their own different merits. Thoughts on K9 as a character? He's awesome. I love K9. He is like a plot device sometimes, and he is a convenience. He's a deus ex machina, but I like him. Thoughts on musical theatre? Couldn't care less about it. But, I mean, I've not really watched it properly, so if I get into it, then we'll see. But right now, couldn't give a shit. There you go. What do you think about the news that Chibnall is leaving after season 13? If it's true, fine. You know, just bring somebody else in at this point. I don't care. as long as it's somebody that is a name that will excite Doctor Who fans. Because Chris Chibnall, let's be honest, was not a name that was going to excite anybody. If it was like Charlie Brooker, new Doctor Who showrunner, I'd be like, fuck me. That's like a state of intent. So a statement on their intent. So yeah, we'll just have to see who the next one is. Ian or Barbara, Vicky or Susan. I like Ian and Barbara together though. I think they come as a pair. And I'd probably pick Susan, to be honest. Tea or coffee? Neither. Don't really drink either. Best Doctor Who horror story? What Chibnall's doing to it right now? Have you seen the classic film, The Warriors? Yes, I have. It's a very good film, actually. I've not seen it in years, though. I like the video game as well. It took me ages to get past that first bit. Still remember that. Have you ever seen American Psycho? No, I have not. No, I have not, but I should get on that. Arnold Rimmer or Kurt Avon? Who's better? Avon. I'm picking Avon every single day. As an actor, I love John Sim, but his master is one of my least favourite incarnations. Series 3, he's great. The rest, he's either shite or good, but just there. Thoughts? Yeah, I'd agree with that, to be honest. Yeah, End of Time, he's way too hammy, and Dr. Falls, he's just pointless being there. He's great. It's probably his best performance as the master, but they just don't do anything with him. Sleep No More? Crap. Thoughts on A Good Man Goes to War? Yeah, that's crap. Yeah, I don't like that one. I think it's a really poor episode. Thoughts on Thierry Henry? Phenomenal player. One of the best that the Premier League has ever seen. In terms of a manager, fucking shit. Fucking shit. Ignore that. Endgame is phenomenal. Yes, it is. Are you looking forward to the new Gavin and Stacey episode? Never watched any of the others, so no. Again, another series. Like, why do people watch me? Because I don't watch fucking anything. This is ridiculous at this point, how much I don't watch. Thoughts on us getting Harry Maguire? Fan of him or not? I said at the start of this, yeah, he's a decent player. I'd like to have him. What do you make of the transfer window so far? For United, not bad. I like what they're doing. I like Daniel James. Obviously, he's not going to be a starter, but he's rapid, and he's, gets a bit of end product. He'll be decent. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, mint. As long as it's not Ashley Young, I'll fucking play right back as long as it's not Ashley Young. But the fact that we've got a genuinely decent player that's only going to get better, awesome. Have you seen the Vorp 2 announcements? They're insane. Remember me? We met at Vorp last year. Yes, I do. I do remember you. And I remember your username as well, because you've been most of these before, I think, as well, actually. Yeah, they are good. And I'm going to Vorp 2 again this year. So I say again, Vorp 2 is only this year, but basically I'm going to Vorp 2 this year. I did say it before, but just in case people missed it, there you are. Favourite TARDIS interior? Mine is McGann's. I do like McGann's, but I quite like the 80s one from 5 Doctors onwards. I have the season 12 set. Muhaha. Not bad. Wish I did. Watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Lately, and if so, thoughts? Am I watching it lately? No, but I love it. GX and the original, and also 5Ds, I really like. Anything beyond that, I don't really care. I've tried to watch them all. I've heard that Arc 5 gets really good, but yeah, the original 3 seasons are the best for me, or generations, I mean. You should do a top 10 children in need Doctor Who episodes. Have there been 10? I suppose there have been, really, haven't there? But then again, they used to do like just clips of an upcoming episode. Time Crash is number 1, though, without a shadow of a doubt. Who's your favourite Doctor? I really don't know. I really don't know. It's a tough one that I don't think anybody will ever figure that one out. What Bond news? Basically, who's the new 007? What is your least favourite redesign of a Doctor Who alien? Silurians. They don't look like Silurians. So probably that one. Will we ever get a Search Out Space or Dimensions in Time review? Dimensions in Time would be an interesting one. I don't know about Search Out Space, but in terms of like other Doctor Who stuff, like Shakedown, and is that the Sontarans one? Is it Shakedown, Return of the Sontarans, something like that? I've seen that, and I want to watch that again. So I might do a review of that and all the other sort of like, the Auton series and stuff. What do you reckon will happen to Doctor Who when the BBC axes it? I reckon it'll be axed. No, I just reckon they won't make it anymore. No, but I mean, in terms of like reanimating classic episodes, they'll still be doing that. There'll be books. There'll be Big Finish. Doctor Who's never going to be dead, really. There's always more Doctor Who. It's just they won't be making it on TV. So, yeah, that's what I think. I've recently launched my podcast, The Deadly Discussion. That's a great name. I love that. Just wondering if you have any advice on how to get it more into the public domain. Upload it, put it places that people can see it, and just share the shit out of it. It's not something that just, snap your fingers and then thousands of people just come to you in droves. It takes time to build up an audience. So just keep, basically, and just make sure that your content is the best that it can possibly be. That's all I'll say about that one. Shout out, JT. Hello. Anyone want to sub? Sub to anyone in the chat if you feel free, and myself as well if you haven't already. Have you ever listened to any Doctor Who audio plays and Big Finish and that sort of stuff? If so, thoughts? Not as many as I would like to, but yes, I do like Big Finish. Spare Parts is my favorite, and I want to listen to I don't know if it's Big Finish, I think it is, but I want to listen to the I, Davros series. That's one that I'm really, really curious to see. Doctor Who will end or go on another indefinite hiatus. Doctor Who will always come back. It's that type of show. It's not a show that can naturally end, and if it did, that'd be shit. So, yeah, it'll always end on some sort of cliffhanger and then come back in some way, shape, or form. That's my personal belief, anyway. Yeah, I've just seen another question. Genesis of the Daleks or the Caves of Androzani, if you had to choose. In terms of... Oh, because they're both great. I'd say Genesis I could watch more just because I feel... I mean, they're both dark, but Caves is so dark. Yeah, Genesis just because it's more light-hearted and I'd watch it more. However, in terms of a better story, I'd edge it towards Caves. Yeah, that's my logic on that. I'm going with that. Here we go. How much would someone need to pay to get Wingy shirtless? £1 million? Why did I say 1 million? Just go big or go home. I am home, but yeah, a lot. I'm not getting my nipples out on camera. Children watching, probably. Would you rather see Chibnall stay on for season 13, or would you get, or oh no, hang on, rather see Chibnall stay on for series 13, but we get a new Doctor, or would you rather have a new showrunner but keep Jodie as the Doctor? Keep Jodie, new showrunner, without shadow of a doubt. I think the lead actor should always be given a fair crack of the whip, and I think under Chibnall she's not going to get it. So, regardless of what I think of her now, with better writing, who knows? She could end up being my favorite, but she won't be my favorite. That guy still exists. If you had to keep 10 Doctor Who stories and erase all the others, what would they be? Oh, I don't know. I really don't know. I mean, the Hand of Fear, that's staying. I'll just keep the Hand of Fear. Fuck it. Why not? Thoughts on the two Doctors? It's very good. I really, really like that. It's one of my favourite Colin stories. Sam Tyler or Alex Drake? Controversially, I prefer Alex Drake, which is annoying because she's a Southerner and Sam's a Northerner, and it's filmed around my way as well. I've betrayed Life on Mars. I don't know what it is, but yeah, I just find Alex Drake's story more compelling and her character journey more compelling than Sam's. And I know that's controversial, but they're both. I'm not saying one is shit. Did you get to see Ivan Ortega's re-edit of The Last Jedi? Nope, because I don't want to touch The Last Jedi again. Re-edited, couldn't give a shit. Are you buying the Blu-ray box sets? Not all of them because I can't afford them, but there you go. Mario or Sonic? Oh. They're both great. I'll lean more towards Mario because I played it more. Right. Someone has put a thing there that I have a feeling they just want me to read it out so they can clip me up saying it, but I'm not saying it. Then they've put, do you prefer bus station toilet stalls or gas station toilets more? Right. First of all, why is petrol in America? Because gas is a gas, right? Petrol is a liquid. Never understood that. I'd rather just shit my pants than go into the toilet at a bus station or a petrol station. They are dire, especially in this country. Do you like Silence of the Lambs? Yeah, it can get quite depressing when you eat them and they start screaming. That was a terrible joke. It's a good film. Thoughts on the upcoming animation Faceless Ones? I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. I always like these animations, so yeah. I prefer story-driven games. Yeah, that's true. They are really good. I like them. Are you good at art and football? I mean, they are two very different things. Art, yeah, I'm a bit of a cartoonist. So, and football, fuck no. Still better than Ashley Young though. So there you go. Ultimate Team or career mode on FIFA? Oh, because I play both, but I personally would say career mode because it's free. Or at least once you've got the game, it's free. You don't have to get drawn into packs and all that sort of stuff. So I'd pick career mode with that. Have you listened to the Beach Boys? Everybody's listened to the Beach Boys, even if they don't realise it, but not properly. But I've heard the main songs. Slightly specific, but have you ever met any actors from the Jon Pertwee years? What did you think of them? Have I met anyone from the Jon Pertwee years? I haven't met Katie Manning, but I was so close to it. But that's a different rant for another day. Have I met anyone from the Pertwee years? No, I don't think I have. I mean, I met Tom, who's technically in the Pertwee years, for like 5 seconds. So that counts, but no, I don't think I have on that one, actually. What's your favourite Elvis Presley song? Jailhouse Rock or something, maybe? Yeah, I don't really listen to Elvis. Would you rather be a professional footballer for United or get the role of the Doctor? I'd rather be the Doctor because I'm shite at football. So there you go. Have you seen the reviews of each of the Doctor's eras made by Clever Dick Films on YouTube? Yes, I have. They're amazing. I love how much detail he goes into. Every time he uploads them, I put them on straight away. I adore them. I think they're brilliant. Old man Bob is weird. Right, okay. I'm introducing a friend to Classic Who. What would you recommend out of City of Death, Caves of Androzani, or Resurrection of the Daleks? Go City of Death. Easily City of Death. Please watch One Punch Man if you like heroes, and do you watch Dragon Ball Z? I don't watch Dragon Ball Z. No, that's another one that I want to watch, and yeah, I am going to watch One Punch Man at some point. You love your channel and opinions. Thank you very much. North by Northwest is the movie about Cary Grant being mistaken for a spy. It's the movie where the famous plane chase scene happens where the crop duster chases after it. Yes, then I have seen that one. I have seen that one. It is good. Bit of a stupid question. What children's shows do you think are very underrated that you've seen when little but no one else may have given a watch? I don't know about that one, you know, because a lot of the stuff that I watched when I was a kid was like the standard stuff, you know, like a SpongeBob or Pokemon or stuff like that, or Ed, Edd and Eddy. Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. I don't know how much love that got, but I used to love that, as well as The Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy. Don't really hear people talking about them nowadays, but they were fucking class. They were class. Are you into modern TV animation like Adventure Time, Over the Garden Wall, Gravity Falls, etc.? No. There is... Oh, what's it called now? Big Mouth. Big Mouth. My mate's got me into that. I really enjoy that. That's a good animation. Thoughts on Spearhead and Mark of the Rani? So very different in terms of quality. One's amazing, the other's Mark of the Rani. Is this delayed? Possibly. I'm going through the chat because the chat goes so quick, so I'm trying to get through as many of these as I can. Unfortunately, I am going to have to cut off in about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes or so. So I do apologize if I miss people's questions. Thoughts on... Oh, fuck, it's just jumped again. There are so many questions. What are you answering questions on? Loads of shit. Thoughts on... I've missed a load of questions there, and I really am sorry. Thoughts on Unicorn and the Wasp? Really good Tennant story. Properly underrated. Have you read Batman Rebirth series? I love it so far. Not yet, but it's on my list. I'm still making my way through the New 52 run at the minute. Clara or Strax? Death. Nah, if I had to pick one, I'd say Clara, purely because, right? It's important, this bit. Clara is her own thing. Strax ruins the Sontarans. So because he ruins a whole group of other people, or Sontarans in this case, then I will go with Clara. Doesn't make her any better, though. She's still fucking terrible. Do you love your girlfriend, or are you available? I'm not available, and yes, I love my girlfriend very much. Have you ever seen American Horror Story? Nope. No, I have not. But again, another thing that I need to watch. Listen or Kill the Moon? Listen, probably. Have you seen Kamen Rider? No. I've heard of it, though. Again, another thing to check out for me. Am I your brother? I don't believe so. Maybe. Who's to say? I love Kamen Rider. Very good. What is your favourite parent? I'm assuming you mean who is my favourite. My mum. Easy. What's 9 plus 10? 21. I'm amazed you remember me. What is your most recommended story? It has to be the classic series and can't be the obvious Genesis, etc. Yeah, no, I remember most people that come up to me, to be fair. I say most, pretty much all. So, well, memorable one would have been my girlfriend, because she came up to me at VoRP and then it went from there. But yeah, no, I remember everyone from that day. It was a really good day, actually, overall. Some other issues, but we won't go into them. Hand of Fear, that's my favourite. Favourite Batman movie? Dark Knight, easy. Hellbent is my favourite episode ever. Get out. Just get out. No, I'm only joking. It is one of those things, like I say, where If you like it, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. So there you go. I have the perfect question for you. Doctor Who? I don't know. Tom Baker. How was your day? Long, and I'm fucking hot, and buses as shit. That's all I'm going to say. I know you think of me. I'm starting to now, but not in the way that you're thinking. Which doctor would you trust to make sure you're always safe? I'll say Pertwee. Yeah, Pertwee is the most safe out of all the doctors. To me, at least, anyway. Who's your favourite doctor? Come on. I really recommend the Davros story. Terry Malloy is my favourite Davros. Yeah, I love Terry Malloy as well. He is great. I don't know if he's my favourite Davros, but like I said, I am looking forward to that Davros thing. Rank the 4 different Tom Baker eras. 4? Is there 4? Because there's Hinchcliffe and Robert Holmes, then Graham Williams, and then JNT. Are you splitting up season 17 as like the Graham Williams / what's his fucking name now? Douglas Adams. Christ, how did I forget that? Yeah. First bit's the best, then JNT, and then the rest of it. That's what I'd say. Top 100 TV shows you haven't seen. Honestly, it's this entire thing. If people just telling me what I haven't seen. Did you know Chibnall is trying to make Yaz and the Doctor kiss next season? Oh, I hate the romance aspect with the Doctor and a companion. It just doesn't work for me. The Doctor doesn't need to be romantically involved. Do you like that word that you've put there that I can't read? Yes, sure, whatever it is. It's probably going to be somewhat rank now, isn't it? And I've just been like, yeah, it's great that. Thanks for the advice. I'm glad you like the title of the podcast. No worries, it is a good name. Teletubbies or Rosie and Jim? Oh, Rosie and Jim, because the theme was banging. Have you heard about the Pokemon Adventures manga? Yes, I really want to read it. Favorite, although I struggle with manga. I don't like reading backwards, it's weird. Favorite Tom Baker scarf? Are ones that I own or from the show? In terms of ones that I own, it's either they're over there. Oh yeah, you can see them there. Look. Either no, that one, or this is really hard, or that one. Season 15 or 18. In terms of ones in the actual show, all of them are great. Gas is short for gasoline, another name for petrol. Yeah, but still, it's just call it petrol. It's less syllables. Gasoline, petrol. Yeah, just petrol. I don't know if I remember that, actually. I think I do. I don't know on that one, but I'll have to remind myself later. What's your opinion on bronies? I'm assuming the My Little Pony thing. Not my thing. Not my thing. Fury from the Deep is the only second Doctor story that doesn't begin with the Power of the Daleks. Or is it the Power of the Daleks? Evil of the Daleks as well? It's not the Power of the Daleks, is it? If that's actually true, that's amazing. Didn't know that. Favorite Beatles song, if you've got one. I don't know. I don't really listen to them that much. Eggman, why not? Whatever it's called. Shag, marry, kill. 5th, 6th, or 7th Doctor. Shag, marry, kill. 5th, 6th, 7th Doctor. I don't know. I suppose I'd kill Colin because he might kill me in my sleep. Marry the 7th Doctor and shag Peter Davison. Yeah, we'll go with that. So boring. Bye. Fuck off then. I don't get that. Why do people comment shit like that? If you could bring any of the Big Finish stories into the show, what would it be? Spare parts, easy. Honest opinion, I reckon TARDIS Zone. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion, and I like to get perspectives from everybody. So Whether or not I agree with those opinions doesn't really matter. I mean, Bolster, I think not all the time, but has made some good points sometimes. And Tardison again, but not everything I agree with. Like I say, I like to stay neutral pretty much. Have you seen or heard of the upcoming Avengers A-Day? Yes, that looks pretty cool. Snog, marry, shag. There's another one of these. I don't want to end on one of these. Snog, marry, shag, Amy, Clara, or Rose. I'd marry Amy, fellow Ginge. Shag, Clara, Snog, Rose, I guess. Yeah, why not? Right, let's think of let's find a good question to end on. Answer like, oh yeah, hour and 10 minutes. Right, okay, I'll go for another 3 questions. If you could have a story with any combination of Doctor and companion, which one would you choose? So I'm assuming you mean that weren't actually together. Capaldi and Leela. That'd be good. I'd like that one. Do you think the Doctor exists in the real world? No. I mean, Christ, that'd be a turn up, wouldn't it? Like everything that happened in history was somehow because of this one traveler in time and space. Although maybe, conspiracy theories, over alert. No way. Thoughts on Twin Hat, your girlfriend's brother's channel? So, well, if you haven't gone already and seen it, yeah, Twin Hat. He does Doctor Who DVD reviews and does a few other different things as well. He has actually got a very good channel. Does Philip? And I do like watching a lot of his stuff. And we should do more videos together because not just because of the brother-in-law thing, because he's just very, very funny. But yes, unfortunately, I'm going to have to end it there because it is getting late and I don't want to keep people going. And obviously, somebody was already bored anyway. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. I'll definitely do another one of these at some point. I don't know when. Sorry that I didn't answer every question. It's just there was fucking loads of them. But yes, until next time, guys, thank you for joining. Thank you for all your support, whatever it is it might be. Liking, commenting, subscribing, all that sort of jazz. And yes, I shall see you guys in the next one. So yeah, see you in a bit.